What's up, chat? Oh, I just noticed my character icon in the top right isn't what it should be. That's a shame. I'll have to fix that later. By the way, I did post a little community question for y'all at the bottom. Something a little entertainment for y'all. Gonna finish Tropy today. We're on the CNK tracks now. Ooh. 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 Oh, I was Oxide last time, that's right. Told you guys I'd be making content more often. Promised y'all some CTR so we get all the developers defeated, which is gonna be a rough one when we get to it. It's gonna be rough. I'm already regretting it. Still wondering why I chose that picture in the top right. I brought back my little comment section just for the community question in this stream. I'm curious, what game would you guys choose? I still need to think of that answer myself, honestly. Probably brainstorm while I race. Kind of like Crash Code, but easier on the dev time trial, I've noticed. At least from my experience previously. You know what I've been thinking about doing recently? Speed running. Thinking about what I would speed run now. There's a couple of things that come to mind. Either the old school Battle for Bikini Bottom or movie game. If you know what those are, then you know. They're SpongeBob video game titles developed by Heavy Iron Studios. A little dark in the room. Ah, that's better. Tropy's 154, that is not a good time. No, sir. We might get to Oxide today, I haven't decided that yet. I'll probably start Oxide in a separate stream. Probably dedicate the first 2 parts of this to Tropy, and then Oxide for 2 parts, and then Velo, however parts that takes. And the developer ones are going to take a while for us to do. Because they're that difficult. It sounds like I'm hyping up those dev time trials to be something crazy. It's because I am. They are abysmal. Oh, I blew that. I totally ruined that. And I lost that fire instantly. I feel so slow without that fire. It's so weird looking back and thinking how many times I've done these goddamn time trials and how bad I continue to be at some of them. Jungle Boogie. Ooh. Another simple track, but there's a lot of frame saves and time saves you have to do. I think the damn William P. Chicken has the record on this one. I'll have to double check when we get there. Here, for example, hopping over that grass. Or it's a perfect shortcut. And a tight turn here. But it still is a pretty simple track for the most part. That much to it. I lost the flame. Excuse me. I lost fucking flame again. Terrible at keeping reserves. There too, wow. I struggle with reserves lately, my goodness. Feels pretty decent time for the most part. Whoops. Tried a fast menu and I screwed it up. Clockwork Woompa. I don't really like this track that much, honestly. Not a whole lot, anyway. It's a knockoff Cortex Castle. My fan on too high. No, I did not. Okay, we're good. Should be better. I mean, to be fair, all of CNK's tracks are ripoffs of CTR tracks. I mean, if you notice, Inferno Island is just Crash Code, but in the night. I mean, in the original, it was daytime, but Clockwork Woompa is like a Cortex Castle. You'll see a lot of similarities with the CTR tracks and CNK tracks. thinking about getting a camera and a green screen. But I also don't know if I want to do a re-face reveal until 100 subs. Which means if you're not subbed yet, you probably should be. You know, face reveal, you know? Okay, I'm shameless. Plug in there. Gotta focus. I lost all of that. It'll be a slow lap 3 now. Music track is a vibe though. Good lap 3 for the most part, when we got fire back at least. God, I tried fast menu again and I didn't press it in time. God dang it. The second time in a row I screwed up fast menu. I didn't even beat Tropy's time on Jungle Boogie. I just completely skipped it. What the hell's the matter? I gotta sweat the rust out is what I gotta do. I'm still so sad about my picture in the top right. That's not my picture. It's not my icon. Surprised I didn't get the jump boost there. Maybe that's optimal to do a tight turn on that shortcut. Extra reserves as a backup. Oh, that didn't work that time. But I kept fire through most of it, so not bad. 116, that's not bad. Not a bad time at all. There we go. There's the fast menu. Sorry, he got a 240 anyway on this track, so I should be fine. I mean, it is easy mode racing him. You start easy and you just ease your way into it. The Crash games, every single one of the first 3, well, 4 now, in this game, the difficulty spikes hard. Like, it's incredible. Tell my stream doesn't die out like it did last time either. That kind of sucked. Did have a lot of viewers last time. Is it inconvenient that I'm streaming on a Monday? Kinda, everyone's working. I mean, I have Mondays and Tuesdays off at my job. So for me, it's not inconvenient, but I mean, what are you gonna do, you know? If it was like weekends, it'd probably be more better for viewership. So that's the schedule I have to adapt with, so. Oh, too tight there. Can't believe I threw like that. Oh my god, I threw again. That time. Oh, right when I said that. Oh my lord. Right when I said that. Oh, surely nothing bad could happen. Throws the entire race 3 times in a row. 20-second loss. Android Alley, yeah, I don't really like this track, but let's go. A lot of CNK tracks I don't like. Oh, I screwed up the third boost. Landing. I think it's faster if I go inside. Maybe. Good landing there. Got a wide turn there. That's okay. Android Alley is a pretty simple track in terms of like getting down the mechanics of the game and practicing it. Other than that, I'm not really that much of a fan of it. Let's go inside and see if that makes a difference. I don't really think it will, but we'll find out here shortly. You know, I think maybe there might be a slight difference to the going on the inside. I mean, that turn might have helped a lot too. I think the inside is faster. I don't know. I mean, not inside, but the left side. You know what I mean. We had to implement that in the dev time trials. .317. Oh, we whooped his ass on the first time. Alright, Tropy, time to get your ass whipping on this track. Oh, I already threw. Well, that kind of makes up for it. Yeah, it definitely made up for that time loss there. Not by much, but... Very wide turn there. A lot of reserves there, though. Almost through there, too. Oh, I got that jump and I still somehow managed to land well. Pretty good Android Alley right now, I'll say. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just jumped instead. I lost like 2 seconds off of that. was a pretty good second race. Oh, one coin away. You just couldn't give me the number. He just couldn't give me 69. Rest in peace. Oh. Deep sea driving. This is going to be one of those tracks when we get to the developers. There's a few of those. This one, Dragon Mines. Crash Cove was one of them, but I got that one done off stream. Turbo Track and Retro Stadium they're all going to be rough. Rough with dev time trials. And a couple others too. And they're all William P. Chicken. Of course it's William P. The hardest developer to beat. By the way, you'll see. Oh, you will see William P. in no time. But deep sea driving, this one, despite being just pure cycle based and just the same cycle every time, it's like you guys have amazing reaction times. You gotta memorize all these cycles and still have good reaction timing. But it's such a fun track to get good on. I will say that it is really fun, except for this part. That was a good lap one, holy crap. And I already sucked at lap 2. I don't even know if I have enough reserves to be able to do that tube again. Guess we'll find out, huh? Not needed. Holy crap. Oh, I threw. I actually threw. I was doing so good. Oh, I'm so sad about that. If this was a dev race, I'd be so heartbroken right now. Oh, look at 153 to a 308. That is intense. My menuing is just not good today at all. .222. Oh yeah, that's an easy one to beat. Let's see if we can do a better lap 3 than that. I'm so sad about messing that one up. How did I not do it this time? I perfectly drifted through it last time, and I just couldn't do it this time, apparently. That is tragic. I'm blowing it completely now. Oh, that was almost so sick. Oh, if I actually made that last jump, that would have been the best thing I've ever done on deep sea driving. But I blew it, so. Oh, please. I thought for sure I would have lost. Damn it. I was gonna say, I thought for sure I would have lost fire there, but. Jeez. I lost 3 seconds out of all of that. I definitely could have gotten a sub 150 if I had that perfect. Thunderstruck, another one of my favorite tracks. Ooh. Music and just the shortcut you can do if you keep your fire, which is really hard to do on this track, by the way. I haven't had a good Thunderstruck in a while, so let's see if I can get it this time. It's always that turn I struggle with keeping fire. I thought if I go more outside I can try to pull it off, but I went too far outside. Otherwise I could have taken a good shortcut right around here. If I can pull this off lap 2, you can see it on lap 3. But we will find out. If I'm even that good at the video game. Oh, I went too far outside. Oh, that's tragic. Oh, come on. Yeah, see, I'm blowing it. What? How did I go too tight in there? That makes no sense. I was holding... Oh, whatever. Can I still make it? No, I can't. Just had to see. I haven't tested it with that low speed before. So I have to have the maximum speed from this jump on the blue fire. Oh, why did it stop like that? I completely lost all momentum, dude. Like I just dropped like a rock midair. Oh, that was terrible. It's a hard track, but it's fun, trust me. Hopefully I can get it down by the time I get to the developers. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think the developer goes for that shortcut unless I am remembering incorrectly. But I don't think they do, which might be a huge advantage. Because you can learn that shortcut from Ring Rally. And that's actually where I found it. Was that and a little short YouTube clip of someone talking about the fact that you can do that. I mean, it's easier in Ring Rally because the rings literally boost you and restore your blue fire and reserves for the most part. Close to spinning out there. Ooh, somehow I didn't lose all that fire there. I might be able to pull this off. If I remember how to do this part correctly, that is. Oh, I did not do that correctly at all, and I lost my fire for it. Oh, that's so sad. I turned the wrong way. I had it. I got so nervous that I just completely threw. Jump there. Yes, I got the shortcut. There it is, guys. That's the Thunderstruck shortcut. Oh man, that was so hard to do. Oh, I held square too long. Look at that, 42-second lap 2. I wonder how close to that it's going to be on lap 3 because of that shortcut. That easily saves like 2 to 3 seconds, easily. .42 to the T, even with no fire there. Not bad at all. That's probably one of my favorite shortcuts in the game, to be honest. Because not only do you have to go through the entire track accurate and precise as hell without losing your reserves, but you gotta make that jump without hitting the vine like I did. And then make the turn. Another fun one, I actually like this track too. It's fast, but the hazards really can screw you, unless you know what you're doing. I think I have to hit the box, otherwise I can't get a fast time. If I remember correctly, because the left side is much faster than the right side. Even though it's easier to do the right side because of the turning, but it's just, you gotta do the inside. See how well I can do Tiny Temple. Oh, it's already defaulted. You're not supposed to hit the box. Oh. Oh, I had to hit it lap 2 then. Just to ensure my inside cut. Alright, here we go. Super speed time. Oh, and I've never thrown my blue fire on Tiny Temple like that. I've never thrown it like that, ever. That was the dumbest way to do it. I'm so sad about it. See if I can do it much better this time. Didn't get the jump. Ooh, that was way too close to the wires. I've never gotten that close before. Yeah, look at that lap difference. Yeah, that's a massive lap difference right there. Sorry, I was getting some water. Gotta stay hydrated. Like, if you were in a game, but you couldn't be, like, any kind of main character, you were, like, just in the world. You know, but in that world, the events of the plot of the game still happen, if that makes sense. Like, if you go in the world of God of War, everything that happens in the story still takes place, but you're out doing your own thing, but you never meet the characters. I almost hit the box again. That would have been tragic. I'll probably be in the Sonic world. Just something of how majestic the land is, like Angel Island. Then again, Angel Island is lit on fire in Sonic 3, so I don't know about that one. Pretty good Tiny Temple, honestly. Look at that. A 140-90. Could have had a sub 139 had I gone tighter on my corners. Or sub 140. Not sub 139, but you know. And then there's this track. I don't really like this track, but we're like almost there with the CNK tracks, and then it's the bonus tracks. I'm counting the bonus tracks in this stream. I mean, wouldn't it make sense to do a part 3 for like what, like 7, 8 tracks? That. I mean, that'd be a short one. That'd be a short stream. I mean, when I get to Velo and the devs, I'm gonna have to do that. Hell, I'm gonna have to split the CNK time trials when I get to Velo and the devs in like 2 parts, because there's a lot of CNK tracks. I hit a wall. Oh, there's a ceiling there? Oh. Developers did their job. Dang. I really don't like this track. It's kind of boring. Maybe it's the lack of shortcuts or how short it is, but I mean, like, come on now. Damn, he had a 145 on that. We gotta run it back again. Doubleheader, baby. I hit the wall again. Ah, still kept the reserves though. I mean, I'll take that. mean, what this track really comes down to is optimization on your corner cutting. That's all it really comes down to. It's just a shittier polar pass. That's all it is. .128, not bad. This one's another boring one for me. Not really much to this one either. Just keeping fire, taking tight turns. Their kart management on the ice again. I don't know how I barely managed to get over that. That might cost me. It's an impressive time, but you don't really have to do much. Again, it's just corner cutting, keeping your reserves, your kart control on the ice in the beginning. Really not much to it, really. One of the easier tracks, to be honest, but it's still kind of boring. Yeah, see, Tropy got a 207. I mean, there's not much optimization left for this track that I know about. Damn, I just saw this video of a sexy looking grilled cheese being dunked in tomato soup, and now I want grilled cheese and tomato soup. I am a cow. I'm sure the only optimization really is turning tighter on those turns in the ice, but I'm not even going to attempt to do that unless I absolutely have to in the dev time trials, which might happen. Might have to do that. That was a very high jump. I haven't seen one that high on this track in a while. Yeah, compare my lap 1 to my lap 2, and you can see there's really not much to this track. Besides missing a third boost right there. And even then, I was still 2 seconds slower than my original time. And I felt that was a better race. Like, it's one of the more optimized tracks. It's like another Inferno Island in terms of optimization. I mean, Inferno Island is way more optimized in my opinion. Out of Time, on the other hand, is an abysmal track to deal with. I might have to try the drift stat on this. I'm gonna try drift. I might have to, just for some of those turns. William Pete Chicken is the other. This was one of the other tracks I was talking about. I just forgot that it was one of them until now. But Jesus, this track against the developers is rough. Oh yeah, this turn's way tighter than speed. Way tighter. I might have to utilize this on this track. And maybe deep sea driving. No, deep sea driving is doable on speed. I proved that earlier. I think every track in this game is doable with speed. The speed class. Oh, I held square too long. So trash. Oh, how did I not get the drift there? It's been a while since I used this class. I used it for a while when I first released it in a patch, but then I dropped it when I got good at the speed class, and I haven't touched it since, but I'm thinking this track might be easier with the drift class than speed, and the more I practice with drift, the more better I can be on this track, honestly. Just look at that aerial turning without me holding square and down on the D-pad. Oh my, what was that? I bounced up on the fence and then hit the ceiling and then bounced on the fence again and then lost my speed on a wall. I've never seen that. This class is a lot harder than I remember. The controls are just so touchy. And then sometimes they're just unresponsive with this class. Gotta do that track one more time. Man, he had 3 minutes on the dot. Let's try this again on drift. Oh, I hit that rock. It says the stat for turning here is 3 compared to the speed's 2, but it feels like a lot more than 3 bars. Like, legit feels a lot tighter than that. See, like, look at that! Look how tight I just did that. Oh, I held score too long again. Why am I doing that all the time? There, that's much more magnificent. Oh, how do I keep holding square for so long, dude? Jeez. Drift is a lot more touchy than I remember. Assembly lane. This one, oh, it's not as boring as Barren Ruins, but it's not as fun as Electron Avenue, you know? But it's not like right in the middle, it's like in between, like it's under the halfway mark. By a bit, actually. I don't really like this track either. But then after this track, we got a fun one. Hyperspace Way is one of the fun ones. Also difficult with time trials for the devs, but it's fun. Oh, I tried to avoid that. I think if I go all the way to the right where I'm not on the conveyor belt, but still like in that shortcut, I could probably avoid that. And then just dip back in for the speed. I'll have to try that lap too. That might be a thing. I love how I missed the shortcut there. That's a terrible lap one. Terrible lap one. At least it was sub 1 minute. Like what I was saying earlier about how CNK tracks are just rip-offs of past CTR tracks. Like, this is literally just Tiny Arena and Engine Labs put into one. You know what I'm saying? Or I could just completely avoid them like that. Oh, I tried to turn at the last second, but I didn't press the jump button fast enough. I was gonna try to U-turn to get on that right metal bar, but I am so rusty. I keep fucking off, dude. Look at my fire, I have none. Jeez. Such a long track for no reason, too. Alright, one last boring track, and then we get to the good stuff. Finish it off on a good note. What? How? I've never missed that shortcut, and here I am losing to Tropy because of it. I remember there's a strategy with that where you can just bounce off of that. I might have to try that lap too. I remember doing some strategy like that because the developers did it, or Oxide, one of the two. There's one of the ghosts that does that. I don't know where my jump went. What the hell? This game eats your input sometimes. They never fixed that since the game came out. It's always been an issue. Oh, that was an optimal shortcut. I went from completely missing it on lap 1 to doing an optimized version of it this lap. Well, I did the hop, but I didn't get the boost because I didn't do it right. But it's definitely a thing. why I turned that way. I swear if I lose my fire because of that. Oh yeah, there's the jump. Oh, yep. I did it right that time. That was the best version of that I've ever seen. The 246? I somehow did that oh, because I missed the first shortcut. But even then, that still felt quite a bit faster than my first go around. Something crazy. I might be. And now for the fun track. You know what? Let's switch up the character. I haven't been this guy in a while. Oh! I did that on Drift? I just realized I did that whole thing on Drift. What the hell? What's the matter with me? I never changed back from Drift. I am psychotic for that one. That's crazy. Something fell off. Doesn't excuse my fuck-ups in the first race, but... Oh, this track is so much fun, though. Finally, we get one of the good ones. I love this guy's animations, too, how he just flies out of his cart. I like that, that's so good. That's probably one of the best animations in the game, honestly. Ooh, that was close. I almost messed that up. Oh, I messed that one up, though. I went way too tight on that. Hopefully I can build enough reserves to keep my blue fire for lap 2. I think I might. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, no. I didn't drift there. That's... Yep. Oh, that's tragic. Oh, I almost blew it. Oh, I did! What am I doing? I'm redoing that. I'm sorry. There's just no way, bro. Ain't no way I'm gonna let that slide. Ain't no way I'm letting that entire thing slide like that. Somehow pulled that off while barely just holding on to reserves there. There we go. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for the first time. Oh, I almost lost reserves there. I'm about to lose them all right here. Yeah, right on the boost pad too, just like lap 1. I gotta build up those reserves again. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for lap 3. Oh man, that was so crazy. Oh nice, I snuck in 2 boosts. That might be clutch. Snuck one in there too. And I jumped over the lasers, dude. What a perfect start. Oh, I lost him there. Damn, I didn't drift enough. That's tragic.
this is my kind of prize.
156. Not bad. Now we gotta do that one more time against Tropy. Wasn't feeling hasty on that one. Let's go Ripperoo. Such a fun track to be fast on. Hit him again. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful figure eight. Nice. Snuck into. That was a difficult input to do for sure, though. Got two there. I think the second one counted. Lost it last second. Such a hard track to keep reserves on, but it's so fun when you do. It's still a good track when you're going slow, but oh shit. I went so low there. I have to make up for that. I don't know if I can though. Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm not letting that fall slide either. I don't know how I managed to blow that, but I did. Nice, optimal. I always get so nervous around that. Trying to get the boost there from the drift. Somehow managed to jump over that. I didn't even press the jump button, but weird collision. Weird CTR collision. Oh, I hit the wall. No. I tried doing something different that time. Didn't quite work out. Right over the laser. Beautiful. I didn't get the boost there either. Doing just fine though. $151. Not bad, dude. Not bad. bad at all. See, this track is so much fun. If it was like a boring track I kept fucking up on, like Barren Ruins, I would have came back to it. You know what? Before I do the bonus tracks, I have to do the... Oh, I have to do Gemstone Valley. I have to do Turbo Track and Slide Coliseum. Oh! God damn it. I was avoiding those tracks. I am not a fan of these tracks. Let's take Ripperoo. Screw it. Get this over with. I was so excited to get into the bonus tracks too. Literally the fastest way to do this track isn't even in time trial mode, believe it or not. Like, you have to play it like a normal race, like on a cup race or a single race, and you have to pray RNGs in your favor. You have to roll a frickin'... You have to get 10 Wumpas first of all. On top of that, you need to get a Nitro boost. Use it so you have the biggest flame that isn't blue fire, like you're going off a boost pad, and you have to maintain that. And that's the fastest way to do this track. On time trial mode, you don't have that. There's no boost pads. It's just all about tight corners and jumps and keeping your fire. I remember when the dev time trials first came out, everybody was struggling with that corner jump. But then people found a optimized way to easily do it where you just hold your drifts and just like keep holding X, but you don't touch any turning buttons and you just jump over it. That's like the easiest way of doing it without bonking or anything. Because people like myself, when I was doing dev time trials the first time on my Nintendo Switch, it was awful. Like, I can still jump and like hold directions, but like, watch this. That was me holding a direction there. Had I just not held left there, I would have done that more optimally. And then I don't know how the dev time trial does it, but like they keep their fire the whole way while cutting grass and everything, and still being fast. I think it's the damn chicken who has the record on this track too for the devs. It's always the hard ones that the stupid chicken has. If any of you ever done dev time trials in this game, you know who William P. Chicken is, and you just want me to stop talking about him. It's like just talking about the chicken is triggering my fight or flight right now. Just talking about it. Never change, Pinstripe, never change. Another reason I like using Pinstripe over all the other boss characters is his model, like how small it is compared to the others. Especially in a standard cart like this. Oh, see, that was just me going too far left on there. I didn't go in between the tires. Oh my goodness, I'm throwing. If If this track had boost pads, it'd easily be one of the funnest ones in the game, by far. But it just doesn't. I'm sure there's a mod out there somewhere that adds boost pads to this track. Like, if you just scatter a few of them around, this would be a fun track to play on. But no, it's not. It's really not. But this is the best track to practice your drifting, in my opinion. That and Hot Air Skyway and Cortex Castle. Those three are really good to practice your sliding. And to an extent, U-turning too. I mean, this track I don't utilize U-turn as much as I should. That was awful. I don't even know what I was thinking there. Sorry, look how far ahead I am of the Tropy. Such an easy, simple track. I've been bonking, not hitting my fire. Like, yeah. Now I gotta do turbo track. I don't even know if I remember how to do it optimally. It's been so long. I've spent 14 hours in a row just doing it. Like, the chicken has this one. This, like, of all the tracks I had to do against the developers, every time I've had to race them on different consoles and times and stuff, this fucking track was the hardest one. And if you look at any countdowns or like discussions on other channels like Wumpa Lewis, if you check out his channel, and he talks about the hardest dev times in the top 5, he says Turbo Track. I forget where he places it, but it's up there. It might actually be number 1 if I remember correctly. Like, it's this track against the developers is that hard. Because these boost pads do not last. Like, I don't even know how it didn't last there, and I had as much fire as I could get. And this fucking S-turn there. Like, I know that was a big thing when the dev time trials came out. Even after it, like, people didn't know how to do it optimally, but then someone found an optimal way with 2 U-turns at the right time. But the only saving grace of beating the chicken on this track, William P. Chicken, is at the end of lap 3, he loses his fire at the last turn. And that's the only way you can really surpass him. That's like the only way people have beaten that. Besides the world record holders, of course. But like, even then, he himself, the chicken, is not far off from the world record. I don't even know how it's such a hard track to just keep your blue flame on. It really is. These boost pads do not last long at all. They last like 0.5 seconds. One more time, then we can do the bonus tracks. If I didn't restart twice on hyperspace, we would be starting them right now. One more time, and then we're done until we get to Oxide. I remember when Oxide time trials, when the game came out, I remember everyone was struggling because no one knew the tech in this game, and people were like, "Oh, dude, Dragon Mine's Oxide is so hard." And then the dev time trials came out, and everybody's just like, "Bro." I did that pretty well. Holy shit, that was an optimal S turn. Oh, I completely ruined it there. At least I kept that momentum though.
Congratulations, you've beaten all my track records. Now you've earned the right to choose me as a racer in the character select screen.
Well, I unlocked him. Which means I'm going to use him now for the bonus tracks. I don't know why I thought I had to beat the bonus tracks too. His times to get his character and cart and color and sticker. Like why would I think that? Like the game came out with these time trials before the Grand Prix, which I miss the Grand Prix, dude. I really do. Retro Stadia. Oh my god damn it. Fine, we'll just do it. We'll just get it over with. Just get it over with. Just get it over with. Again, it's literally the same goddamn track. Just graphically changed. It's a great looking track though in terms of nostalgia. Too much grass there. Oh. See, visually I'm so thrown off. You know, for the sake of nostalgia, for the sake of nostalgia, let's turn on legacy music. I mean, even the flame that comes out of your car is so cool. It's a nice touch. I'm afraid to see the dev time on this one if it's the goddamn chicken again. I swear to God, it's the chicken, isn't it? It's the chicken, isn't it? They just copy and pasted him. Had I hit that boost pad, I wouldn't have lost blue flame there. That's okay. Should've did a U-turn there.
Now you're on my time.
This is home stretch now. We're so close, but so far to getting Entropy 100%ed. What's his time? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's his time on Turbo Track? Oh no, they copy and pasted. They fucking copy and pasted. Oh my god. Which means it's the chicken again. It's the fucking chicken, bro. At the same exact time. I'm so distraught because when I get to the dev time, it's gonna be the stupid fucking chicken. At least I remembered the optimal way to do the S turn. Maybe not keep my reserves, but... That was a really good S turn there. Dear goodness, that was actually really good. This part wasn't so good though, but my goodness. I'm with a lot of people when I say that they really should have put the Crash 4 graphics and skins for some of the characters, like unlockable. If you have a save file on Crash 4 or something. Or you can just buy them in the item shop like everyone else, or something like that. Holy crap, that was a really good S turn there.
Now you're on my
135, that's a good run. I gotta check my coins after we're done here with all the bonus tracks. God damn, dude. I was like, wait a minute. That time looked familiar. I was like, oh, hold on a minute. What was this time on Turbo Track? And then I looked. I'm like, oh, they copy and pasted. And now I know that to base the chicken on the hardest track twice. The only disadvantage of PS4, honestly, is that reason alone. Everyone's talking about that new game Stray, and I really want to play it, but I don't have a PS5. And I don't know when I'd ever get one, because they're all out of stock all the time. While I do the bonus tracks, I'm going to talk about the Grand Prix, just because they were such a fun and unique experience. Like, they implemented a Battle Pass system, like in Battle Royale games, but for the Grand Prix, the more you play, the more you unlock, right? And you can get exclusive skins and cards that would later, after the Grand Prix, appear in the item shop. You can get those early for free. You didn't have to pay anything to do the Grand Prix. It was free off of the rip. And then the champion cart, like, I think it was like winning an online race during the Grand Prix. You get a special decal or something like that during the Grand Prix for the champion cart, and like that's the only way you could have gotten them. Like if you were, it's like if you were a beta tester, you know? And I had a few. There were some I never got. God, like that. See, exclusivity like that is so cool to me. You know what I mean? But then after the Grand Prix ended, there was like a huge fiasco in the community of like, oh, what about the champion car? Is that just going to be exclusive to the Grand Prix? Which at first everybody was like, you know, all right, cool, exclusivity, right? And then they're like, hey, if you beat Oxide, if you beat all of his time trials, you get the car and the Oxide skin for it. And if you beat all of Velo's, you get the skin for that same car. Everybody was so disappointed because of the grind it took to get the champion cart. You had to, I forget what it was. You had to be like in a percentage or something of other racers. I don't know. There was something so specific about getting the champion cart. It was like your nitro points compared to everyone else in the world or whatever, your region or whatever it was. And you got the champion cart at the end of the Grand Prix. And that was so fucking awesome. Like you could flex it and like the decal of that season, and like people just wouldn't fuck with you. Like they'd see you in the online lobby at the time, and they would just leave.
Now you're on my time.
But I mean, at least you can still get the cart. It's a pretty decent cart. But it's so cool how it's so exclusive with the certain decals that you could have gotten during the Grand Prix. And I'm sad that I didn't get all of them, and I had to get this game for like the third or fourth fucking time just to do dev time trials when I get to them. Now I gotta beat Tropy again. But like all of the Grand Prix in this game, when they were in the game when it first came out, were so fucking incredibly made and so fun, especially with their trailers. It's hard for me to pick which one was my most favorite and least favorite because they're all good. But easily, my least favorite, though, was the Back in Time one, the Prehistoric Playground. I just wasn't really... I just didn't get into it. I just wasn't really... I didn't really care for it. But my favorite ones, there's like a top three. Like, it's hard for me to choose. The first one, which is Twilight Tour and the Nitro Squad with all the trophy girls from the original CTR, and Tana from Crash Bandicoot 1, with arguably some of the best carts in the Grand Prix. Like the Band of Buggy. And then there was the Christmas one, which had a shit ton of characters, including Chick and Stu, the commentators, or like the news reporters for the CTR TV when a new season would come out. You can play as them now, and then it was just good. And then you had the Spyro one, like nobody saw that one coming. Like nobody saw that coming. And they added Spyro and friends, like it's crazy. And like I think my favorite part about all the Grand Prix altogether was just the exclusivity and how early you could get characters and skins for those characters before they would be in the shop after the season or after the Grand Prix ended too. Well, I wasn't really fond of the Back in Time when I did get into it. It was just more baby characters, and to me, baby characters in racing games like fucking Mario Kart, for example, which is an inferior game to this, by the way. I don't like Mario Kart because of this game. But that's a different subject. But just like baby characters of pre-existing racers in the game, I just never really cared for. Son of a bitch, I hit a wall. But I also didn't get into the Spyro one that much. I never really played Spyro, and I never really got into it. So I was never a Spyro kid. I was always a Crash Bandicoot kid. Which is kind of unfair, which is pretty unfair to Spyro. I mean, I never gave the Dragon a chance. I've never played a Spyro game to this day. I mean, I know who the character is, you know. It's not like I'm inferior or unknown to the franchise. And then there was the Mega Mix Mania one, the Apocalypse one. That one was so hype. It was just one character, and it was Mega Mix, who is my go-to pick. Every single time that I play this game, it's always Mega Mix, right? The track itself is so hard, but so fun with a banger of a music track. But honestly, I think my favorite one of all the Grand Prix was the last one. Like, they went back to the storyline of the original CTR with Oxide, and they brought back Emperor Velo from Crash Nitro Kart and his chopper vehicle as a vehicle you can actually use for any character. And the Velo time trials, dude, that season was something. Especially when, like, people were like done with the Grand Prix and they had enough points already and they had the champion cart and decal for it and shit. They're like, okay, now there's nothing to do. Wait a minute, there's Velo time trials, which are harder than Oxide and Tropy's time trials, and they were difficult to play. And then not long after that, when all the Grand Prix ended, when they finally said they were done, they're like, hey, we had a developer time trials, by the way. By the way, I'll be Spyro for y'all. Let's hear it. But like they released a patch with like, hey, we're gonna give you all, anyone who gets this game after the patch forever is gonna get these exclusive Beanox items, which is the company that produced this game. You're gonna get this cart. You're gonna get a legendary skin for Geary, who was the only character in this game who never got a legendary skin the entire time, and it was a big meme in the community. And I would always clown on the character, and they're like, hey, it's our old company mascot for the skin, and it's just one of the best skins. So it was worth the wait. And then they're like, hey, dev time trials, if you beat them, they didn't tell you what you got, right? They said if you somehow, some way, manage to beat all the developer time trials, if it's even possible for y'all, you get something very special in your cart locker. People are like, oh crap, a new cart, maybe a new set of wheels or something. And it's the rainbow wheels. I don't know if you guys ever seen them, but they are the most prestigious item you can get in this game. But they are so pay to lose. I mean, you don't pay anything, but like, it's just, they're so not worth using. They're such a flex online. Like you see a cart, like you see a champion cart with one of the old seasons decals, and then those wheels, it's like, you know, they're gonna fuck you up, dude. They beat all the devs to get there. They've been playing since the game's release. Like I remember with my girlfriend at the time, when I was dating her, me and her would play the fuck out of the Grand Prix together. And she eventually started getting good at the game too. And then like to the point where like I started predicting what characters could come next, if there was even any characters you could bring in next. And I told her, I'm like, imagine they did a Grand Prix where we go to Gasmoxia. Because it's always talked about by Oxide when you play the story, even after you 101% complete the story, right? So it's like, what if we finally go to Gasmoxia as a racetrack? And like there's another version of Oxide, or like one of his species as a playable character. Or we finally get Velo as he actually turns out to be a Gasmoxian, spoiler or something like that. You know, like plot twist. I mean, he's not a Gasmoxian, but that'd be a good way to introduce Velo, and that's what they fucking did. And I remember when the trailer came out for the final season, the final Grand Prix, and all that came true, I lost my collective shit. And my girlfriend was just like clapping and like laughing the whole time, because she's like, how did you predict that? I'm like, I don't know. It's not like I was watching any leaks during the time, because there was like few to like even look at. So like I didn't even care for leaks. I was just excited for whatever season was next. And like for the they announced them ahead of time. I don't think they announced the Gasmoxian one ahead of time. I don't remember. They might have, but I don't remember. It's been so long. It's been years now, like 2, 3 maybe. This is like back during when Fortnite was Chapter 2 Season 2. It was around that time. It was early Chapter 2 Fortnite. That's how long ago it was.
Maybe you could beat me if you stop dragging your feet.
But the trailers were so well done. Honestly, overall, as like a remake, as like a rehydration of the original CTR, I think they did an optimal job. Right? This was like at almost as optimal as they can get with the game. And there's a few reasons. Like it's not the perfect remake, right? I mean, a lot of people, including myself in the CTR community, have all stated that we prefer the original actor for nitrous oxide, because he was a lot more menacing. A lot more menacing. Which isn't to say that the new one for Oxide is bad. He's not. He's a damn good Oxide. It's just, if it ain't broke. I mean, I don't know why they couldn't get the original voice actor. I mean, there's probably a lot of good reasons. But can you imagine just putting the original voice clips? If you like legacy music, you turn on legacy sound effects or voices, like original Oxide. Like, and just the fact you can play as Oxide, right? Just that was like their selling point of this game, was playing as Oxide. Like they made a whole special, they had like 3 special editions, I think, or 3 editions in general, right? They had the standard copy, the standard $60 game. Then they had like the futuristic pack, which gave like 3 or 4 characters like futuristic looking skins, and that's the only way to get those skins. I don't even know if they sell that anymore. I think that was just exclusive to like pre-ordering. I think that was just a pre-order pack, because I have not seen those skins since, or found a way to get them. And then you had the Nitrous Oxide edition, which you can still buy to this day. If you're gonna buy this game for the first time, you can still get it in the PlayStation Store. And I think some stores have, you know, cards that have that code on it. I don't quote me on that. But what the Nitrous Oxide edition does, which some people still don't agree with to this day, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of the new adventure mode, is being able to play as Oxide and his hovercraft early. Which, I mean, I don't agree with this. I mean, you have to 100% adventure mode in the first place to get him in the hovercraft. But I get why. Like, it was a really good selling point when the game first came out, because like you couldn't play as him in the original. Even with mods nowadays, he crashes the fucking game on most tracks. And he is not meant to be played. They wanted him to be, but there was just no way. He was too big. So with the Nitrous Oxide edition, that was their big selling point. Hey, you can play as Oxide now. And a lot of people bought that edition, because they wanted to play the game that they remember growing up with, but they wanted to finally play as Oxide. And his hovercraft, it was a huge selling point. Fuck the adventure mode completion, right? Fuck 100% completed when you could just spend a little extra. Fuck doing that. You know, we want to play as him now, right? Like, I think personally, if my research is correct, they sold the Nitrous Oxide edition more than the standard edition. It's that huge, the fact that you're able to play as Oxide. Right? By the way, this is a pretty good prehistoric playground. And I remember when the game first came out, when I first got the game, I bought the Oxide edition. I did that shit. I did it. I regretted it, because I didn't feel a purpose to get 100% completion in adventure mode. But there was 101%, and you did unlock something from 101%, which is the Relic Platinum. The Platinum Relic spray or paint job, whatever you want to call it, for any of the cards that aren't special. Which, you know, is worth it. You know, they have the Sapphire one and the Gold one too, which the Sapphire one looks good. But I mean, the Platinum... You know what? Speaking of things, when in online mode, people would choose the champion card and a decal they're choosing from a previous season, and the paint job they would use, Relic Platinum. And then they put on the Master Wheels. I forget what character... They would use whatever character was relevant at the time. Alright. I think the most recent one is the fucking Crate, because it's the most recent character to come out. That was like the last character they ever added in the game. And I think of all the characters in this game that are able to be unlocked in some way, that shit is the most unique way to unlock a character in, honestly, any racing game that I've ever fucking played. Any racing game I ever played, that's the best way to unlock a character, is finding the Beanox trait, which is very fucking well hidden, by the way, on each track, including the bonus tracks, because it came out after the Grand Prix. You break all of those on every track, and you unlock them. And they talked about it in their patch notes, so people are like, what the fuck are these crates? And it took people days. It took them days to find those crates. But then we saw gameplay of it when somebody did, and people were like, dude, this is the funniest fucking character. Because it's just a box. It has no voice clips, like one animation. And like, well, two if you count the victory animation, but all it does is just sparkle once during the entire victory animation. And then when you jump off of a cliff this high, or even higher, just all it does is the flap on the top of the box just comes off. It's so stupid, but it's the best character in terms of seeing the track, right? Because you don't want someone like Papu or like a large character to be driving as, because you won't see much of the track or items when you're racing online specifically. So like the fucking crate, all you see is just the cart, making him optimal for online, right? And just in general, just in general more optimal. Which, unironically, making him one of the best, if not the best character in the game. Like, to be fair, anyone could be the best character in the game in terms of usage. I mean, it comes down to, like, how much of the screen they take up. That's what defines the tier list for characters. Because, like, midway through the game's lifespan, they said, hey, you don't have to play specific characters to play specific driving styles anymore. We're going to make it to where you can choose your driving class for any character. So you could be a character like someone as massive as Papu, but you could be a turning class. You could be acceleration. It was weird when it launched, but you could be anybody with any driving class you're comfortable with. And then they said, by the way, we're adding a new driving class. This should help you with some time trial races. Introducing Drift, which was busted as fuck upon release. Drift, day one, was the best driving class. No. I'm totally wrong. I'm a dunce. I'm so stupid. It was the worst. It was a terrible driving class. It was terrible. It was nobody used Drift. It was fucking awful. Said it had high speed. Didn't. They said it was easier to make tighter turns. It wasn't. The acceleration is still piss poor to this day, but they made improvements to it. After they patched Drift, though, after they buffed it, it's top 3 driving classes. I mean, there's not many driving classes, but like obviously speed is the best driving class in the game, right? Because of the high speed and because of how much tech was discovered during this game's lifespan and how optimized it's become and how utilized that tech is, like U-turning and the reserve system. Speed is the best class. If we didn't have the mechanics that we have in this game, if it was just plain original CTR with no new mechanics, I think acceleration would be best class. Right? Acceleration. Just like in the original. I mean, speed was still really good in the original, but you didn't have things like U-turning. You didn't have as good as a reserve system as we do here. I mean, they're pretty similar, but this one's better, right? For me, if I had a rank for the driving classes in a top 3 format, it goes speed, drift, and then turning. The reason why I say turning, yeah, I know it's a it's a terrible class to use casually and online. It's awful. But there's like 1 or 2, maybe even more now, world records on time trials for some tracks that utilize that class. And no one has beaten it to this day. I don't think anyway. I don't, like, easily if we didn't have the tech that we did, like, let alone if we didn't have U-turning just by itself, we didn't have U-turning in this game, I think speed would have been one of the bottom classes. It wouldn't be as utilized as often. Because U-turning is so crucial, especially with a class that has no good turning. I think without U-turning, speed is a bottom 3. It's maybe one of the worst in the game. It would go acceleration and then turning and then balance. which is ironic because Balance, as decent of the stats it has, like I think it's 6 bars, maybe even 7 on everything, is the worst class in the game. It's the worst driving class. No one uses Balanced. And if they do, they're psychotic. Stay away from them. Far away. Far away. They do not mean well. Like, when it comes down to it, this game is technical as all hell. It is very technical. And it's so fast-paced, too. It's not like Mario Kart where you just sit on the ground going fucking 5 miles an hour, over-reliance on items, holding down the drift button, waiting for it to get the maximum boost. Like, see, older Mario Kart games like 64, Double Dash, and the god one, Mario Kart Wii, like, that's why they're good. Because Mario Kart Wii actually is still competitive to this day. It has good tricks, good mechanics. Yeah, there's over-reliance on items. Not in time trials. But I mean, games like Double Dash and 64 and DS, which is the other goated one, with the drift mechanic they had, where it depended how fast you can return your control stick or D-pad to neutral to maximize your boost. That shit that's how you go fast. Snaking and just being fast at building up your boost. Another reason why this game is superior is the power sliding mechanic and the boost system. Like, you can't go this fast on Mario Kart. Like, you can go this fast with like a bullet bill, but like that is it. And I screwed up. Oh, I didn't even jump, dude. I didn't play the Halloween Grand Prix. Now that I think about it, I didn't ever play it. Which is kind of tragic because it looked like a really good season. A lot of people liked it because of the characters and the gameplay they introduced with the ghosts in the box or whatever. I never played it. I never played that season. Now that I remember correctly, I really didn't. How did I miss that? That's so free. Maybe because I did an E-turn, that might have been it. No! I don't know. Not to mention, this fucking character roster is massive. Compared to a lot of... This is like Smash Ultimate levels of massive. Almost every character you've seen in the Crash franchise is here. Almost everyone. There's a couple of minor characters that no one cares about that aren't here. I don't remember how to get that shortcut. You got a 217 on the dot. Man, I've been live for 2 hours. That's crazy. I didn't think it would take this long. I was hoping for an hour and a half stream. Probably because I restarted Hyperspace way twice. Maybe. You know what? In fact, I don't think I've played online mode in years since the last Grand Prix. I cannot fucking imagine what it looks like now. I cannot imagine. How do you make that? I think I have to do U-turn. I don't know. We'll try U-turning. I used to think this was a difficult track, but then I learned the tech in the game, and it's an easy track. I just can't make this fucking shortcut. I don't know. I don't know how to make that. I'm gonna have to look it up because I genuinely don't remember how to hit that. Yeah, I don't remember how to get that. Struggling with that. Struggling, I say, struggling. Okay, this Grand Prix, right? It wasn't a bad one. The characters were kind of meh, except for Qualicong. But and they introduced Ring Rally too. But god damn, this track was probably the worst one. This is probably the worst of all the tracks in all the Grand Prix they did, and you'll see why. If you just look at how the map looks on the right side of my screen, you'll see. Somehow, though, somehow, it's not as boring as Barren Ruins and Meteor Gorge. Yeah, it's just an oval, by the way. In case you're wondering, it's just an oval. A 141 King Chicken is leaderboard. What? One of those levels that's pretty optimized too. Again, not much to say about this track. I mean, it's my least favorite of the Grand Prix tracks, but I'd rather this track than... Oh, I missed the blue fire. I blew it. Do I restart? No, I don't restart. Oh, I might have to. No, I'm good. Maybe I'm just biased, I don't know. I have very fond memories of all the Grand Prix. I remember when this one came out, I wasn't too excited about it, but I didn't hate it. That was an off cut there. Let me boost. This game is eating my inputs. What? Where's my momentum there? Excuse me. I don't think I was that off-road, was I? According to Tropy, I was. Pretty good lap 3 though. Good best lap at least. What's next? I forget. I think Gingerbread Joyride is next, which is fucking such a good one. It is. And then Mega Mix Mania, and then Drive Through Danger, and then we are done for the stream. This was the Christmas one I was talking about earlier. This was such a good Grand Prix. One of my favorites. I had so much fun with this Grand Prix. Oh, I blew it off the rip. I thought it turned right immediately, I forgot. It's 2 lefts and then right. Some of the most fun shortcuts too, like that, which I could never get down day one. That's because I didn't know any tech. But like, I'm so flawless with it now, it's like, I rarely miss it if ever. Those will be the bane of my existence in time trials though, for sure. Those stupid sumo jellies. I like how I got so focused into this track, like I'm already racing a dev. Look how optimized I hit that. That was sexy. 155. Look at that time compared to Hasty. I could probably shut off 5 seconds from the beginning if I hit that boost pad and keep fire. Easily. Damn, he got a 228. See if I can get it this time. Nice, I got it. For the most part, I fucked up at the end. Oh! I gotta stop jinxing myself. There's no way I fucked that up. I got cocky with that. After last race and how beautifully I did it, I got cocky with it. Oh my god, how did I throw that? I'm not restarting again. I don't even know how that happened. I don't even think that tree is solid collision either. What? I didn't hold square for long. I let go in the air. Oh. And now I have the bad cycle for the sumo jellies. Yeah, it's not solid. So you can just cut through that for free. I accidentally hit L2. Oh, wow, no way. That's the cycle I get. No way that's the cycle. Went from a really good gingerbread joyride to the worst. Mega Mix Mania. This is another tough one for developer time trials. Y'all want to guess who has the fucking dev time on this? Right, it's the goddamn chicken. There's that banger music track for y'all. I didn't drift. And yep, because I didn't get that boost, I lost it all, and I just hit like 20 walls. Whoa, that was not a U-turn. Barely made that.
Now you're on my time.
3 more total races, 3 more. And then we're to my favorite track in the entire game besides Hot Air Skyway, Drive Through Danger. Such a difficult track, but so fun. I almost just went to it. See, I almost got too excited there. Home stretch, guys. Home stretch. Been on for 2.5 hours. Not bad. Not bad. I'm responding to some Apex Legends stuff on Facebook. One of my friends said, I miss Lava Siphon, and I'm like, girl, it's still in the game. So the context behind it, though, is there was a picture of Sorting Factory on World's Edge. And it was a picture of Sorting Factory on World's Edge. And it said, mentally, I'm here, and it had a picture of it. And I commented on that on my buddy who shared it. And I was like, dude, I hate Lava Siphon. I miss this place. That's when the other person chimed in and said, oh, I miss Lava Siphon. I'm like, it's still in the game, girl. What are you talking about? Lava Siphon is terrible. It's such a terrible drop. Terrible spot in general. When they said control mode was gonna have that as one of the maps, I was so upset. I still am because I played on it and it was just so awful for control mode. The worst map. And everybody's like, oh, we like Lava Sight for control mode. Because all you can do is just sit there with a sniper or marksman weapon in the middle building, on the middle, whatever it is, and just get damage and just be annoying. You don't even help your team. You just annoying to deal with. It's abysmal. It's one of the worst drops in the game. One of the worst POIs in the game. And that's not including the entire map of Storm Point. You know how much I hate Lava Siphon? I'd much rather play on Storm Point than go to Lava Siphon for any reason. I avoid it at all costs, not because it's filled with people. It's just such a terrible place. That's how much I hate that spot. Here we go. I gotta go with my main. I'm gonna change my wheels. You know what I was saying about the rainbow wheels earlier when you beat all the devs and how distracting it is? These wheels are up there with them, but color cosmetics, you know? We're almost there, guys. Almost there. It's been a grind. The music track is bomb too on this track. I had score for too long. I always do that on that shortcut. I somehow fuck that up every time. But this was the best Grand Prix in the entire game's existence. Oh, how did I... Oh, good, I start back here. Just the content that came with it, the lore behind it, the track being as fun and stupidly difficult as it is, to the fucking music being so good that like it feels and sounds like a finale kind of a vibe. Like you can hear it in the music. And they did a mega mix thing where they only introduced one character in the Grand Prix, and it was Velo, and that is all we needed. The last character that made sense to add. A lot of people are disappointed to this day that they didn't add a CNK adventure mode, but can you imagine how much time and money would go into those cutscenes? You know what I mean? Doing that just hurts my thumbs. One more run for the stream. I beat him by 50 seconds. That's incredible. Let's try this again. I'm gonna be ultra focused for this one. I might have fucked up my reserves there. No, I did not. Oh, I saved myself. And I kept reserves barely. Ooh. That was a sexy save. A 152. That was a good drive-through danger. Holy, I did promise we would look at the item shop really quick. Give me a second. Alright, pit stop time, baby! I have 5,000 coins. I gotta rotate that. Gotta rotate that. Oh, these are all terrible. But I do like the detonator. Do I need characters? Do I get characters or cart? I gotta get characters, right? Hold on, I know how to solve this. I know how to solve this. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Heads to get the card, tails to get the character. Oh, she didn't hear me. Alright, so heads for the character, tails for the cart. Flip it again. Hey Siri, heads or tails? I got heads. So characters is what we're spending it on. Oh, Isabella, let's go. That was a good call. And Megumi. That was a good call, bro. Ah, look who was next. EU. Oh, let's get red and white. Oh, I don't have enough. God damn it. I can get a decal. What's this one for? Ooh. Yeah. Be good for Mega Mix when he's on there. Oh my goodness. I just wanna look at this really quick. all of Tropy has been defeated. Oh my god, what a grind. We started at fucking CNK and went all the way down through the bonus. We played so many tracks today. I still gotta do Sewer Speedway's dev time when we get to it. That's what we're gonna have to start with when we get there. But that is going to be the end of part 2 for Entropy. Next time we play though, these time trials, it's gonna be Oxide's turn, which probably the same results. I mean, not much difficulty there. I've gotten so good at the text where it wouldn't really matter, you know? But Oxide is next. You better fucking believe Oxide is next. But that's gonna do it for the stream today. Thank you guys for tuning in. To those that did come in. And just last thing I want to say is take care. Talk to you soon.